Welcome, Pisces, to the journey home. My name is Catherine, and I live in Nova Scotia. This reading has no time constraint, so it will be effective at whatever time you listen to it. I pulled 3 cards, one for success, one for happiness, and one for love. So let's start with the first card. And the first card for success for you, Pisces, is number 21. The Wise Woman of Wonderland. Integrity, compromise. The Wise Woman of Wonderland brings integrity to thought, word, and deed. She lets you know that as long as you're in the flow of honesty and being true to your word, she keeps you under her protection and care. When she appears as your ally, she signals a time when honesty pays off, yielding greater dividends than you expected. You'll be thankful that you remain faithful and loyal to your path. She reminds you that compromise isn't always an option. Stay true to yourself, first and foremost. Although it may appear that you could lose everything, something, as a result, you can never lose what is truly yours. As a challenger, when the Wise Woman of Wonderland appears as a challenger, this is a sign that you may have compromised yourself out of fear. Have you been in denial about the truth of your situation? Have you sold yourself short rather than ask for what you really need? Have you given up your dreams for another because you fear abandonment? The Wise Woman of Wonderland is gently reminding you that you count. Claim your good and never settle for less. Be fearless and make it so. Why hang around for more disappointment when wonderful adventures and opportunities are waiting to unfold for you? Card number 2 for happiness is card number 2 of this deck. The card after this is card number 1. So I rather thought, Pisces, that this looked very much to me like the High Priest and the High Priestess in the traditional tarot. So let's have a look. Number 2, the High Lord of Gratitude and Service. Selfless humility, conscious action. The High Lord of Gratitude and Service has arrived to help you find your true purpose today. Feeling gratitude for each moment you experience and loving what is and what has been will remind you that every breath you take holds a deep and profound awareness. Through small actions and selfless service to another, you're automatically placed upon your highest path, whether you're immediately aware of it or not. The presence of this ally lets you know that you're on the correct path to fulfilling your desires. You're also notified that your actions of service and attitude of gratitude will yield riches beyond your wildest dreams, as long as those riches aren't the goal you have in mind. Giving service with no thought of return is what is required of you today. This would also be a good time to write a list reminding yourself of all the things in your life and the world around you that you have to be grateful for. If your question refers to a relationship, let gratitude be your guide. Be thankful for all you learn from this person. Truly, there are no friends and no enemies, just teachers along life's journey. Be grateful for the laughter and even for the tears. The attitude of gratitude is a magnet for true love in all forms. Challenger. When the High Lord of Gratitude and Service comes to challenge you, he signals a time for deep self-inventory. Ask yourself if your desires are driving you to become more self-serving. Have you forgotten to help others? Are you so focused on arriving at your goal or destination that you've become isolated from the ones who care for you? Do your ambitions relate to making yourself special apart from others, or better than they are? Have you become competitive, envious, or driven? The High Lord of Gratitude and Service challenges you to accept a gentle gift in the form of a new perception of wealth and ambition. There is an ancient saying scrawled on an old stone wall. True ambition is not what you believe it to be. No focus on winning a jeweled prize, no amount of pomp and circumstance will achieve true prosperity. True ambition is the deep desire to live usefully and walk humbly under the grace of the divine in service of all. You can also apply this to relationships. The impulse to have your own way or control how things will be serves only to push away the ones you love. It creates an energy block that repels your desired outcome so that it's far out of reach. Let go and let divine lead you to the highest outcome. In a tiny, still moment of surrender, miracles are born. When you shift your perception in alignment with this High Lord, success will indeed be yours. Before I read the third card, I just wanted to ask for you to like, subscribe, and share. I really don't like saying that, but apparently it does help the algorithms. So please do. Let's get on with that third card. This card chosen for you for love is number 1. The High Lady of Love and Compassion, Reverence, Kindness, Consideration. When the High Lady of Love and Compassion chooses to be your ally, she brings you a deep and meaningful message. She reminds you that only love is real. It is the sole unconditional and true power behind all means of manifesting out of the unseen into the material. Love's greatest creative power is ignited by the conscious action of compassion, generosity of the heart, reverence, respect, and empathy for all living things bring you profound power to live a life of happiness and contentment. Love, compassion, and kindness to all must be the impulse behind your thoughts, feelings, and actions when your intention is to create a prosperous and abundant life. Unconditional love will be returned tenfold. The High Lady also reminds you that when she chooses to be your ally, she brings you evidence that you're loved. All manner of synchronicities align in your favor. If your question refers to a relationship, you're required to think of the other person, and inquire what is in his or her highest good. Give selflessly, without asking for or expecting anything in return, and let go. What is yours will come to you. Kindness always returns somehow. You will surely receive that which you give in more ways than you can imagine. The Challenger. When the High Lady of Love and Compassion appears as your challenger, she gently reminds you to snap out of self-centeredness. The ego has set a sneaky trap for you. You may have forgotten that to create an abundant life, you must be conscious of how your choices impact those around you. Are you trying to manipulate others to get what you want without consideration for them? Is it possible that your good intentions are about helping too much, enabling another person to remain the same and preventing his or her growth? Sometimes it's better to let others hit bottom with their own suffering rather than trying to make it easier for them. Sometimes you need to be cruel to be kind. Be conscious that you aren't alone in this world. Begin to behave as if the God in all life, in every person, matters. Remember that the living world is a sacred community, and you're a magical and an important part of it. But you're not the only one who counts. The High Lady of Love and Compassion is waiting to guide you and be your friend and ally. Think first of others, and she will orchestrate your ultimate success. Thanks for joining me, Pisces. You can find me on BitChute, Rumble, Substack as this card. And I hope to see you again really soon. God bless. Bye-bye for now.